Alright, so that was the first run of the Nike Alphafly Next Percents. I did get these shoes from my brother. He is a big time shoe geek. He loves all shoes. He probably has 50 to 60 shoes in his closet. So he has a bunch of shoes, and he actually said he would buy these for me for my birthday present. I told him, you shouldn't get these shoes because they are just too crazy priced. And he said, you know, it's your birthday. He's gonna get me some. So he bought me a pair, and he also bought himself a pair. So we'll be twinsies on race days. So yeah, thank you, John, for giving me these shoes for my birthday. I really appreciate it. And that being said, Nike did not send me over these shoes. And even so, I had no prior agreement with Nike, whether I should do a positive, negative review. This is my own thoughts on this product. And this is gonna be a first look video on these shoes, just to see how I felt on them on my first run. So yeah, if you guys don't know about the Nike Alphafly Next Percents, these are the shoes that broke 2 hours in the marathon. Eliud Kipchoge, he broke 2 hours in that crazy race. I think these are a little bit different. The originals had a little bit higher stack heights, and to conform to the race guidelines nowadays, I think you have to have a stack height of 40 or less. So this one is right with that limit, but we'll talk about that a little bit more later. And you know what? I am just a regular runner. I am more of a back to the pack to mid pack runner right now. So I am not a fast guy, and I'm also a big guy. I am 5'11" and I weigh 238 to 240 pounds. So you know what? Are these shoes even for someone like me who is not the fastest guy, who is a little bit bigger than the normal runner? I'll tell you all about that in my first thoughts. So first off, let's just take a look at the shoe. So you can see right here, this is the Atom Knit upper. So basically this is the same upper that is in the Vaporfly, but they did stretch it out. So you can see where they stretched it out right there, like right here, they really stretched it out. So you could literally see right through the shoes. So it's a super light upper, and it's all one piece. So there's not even a tongue. Like the tongue is all attached to the shoes. It's basically a sock at the upper, right? So yeah, really airy, really conforms to your feet. They are a little bit hard to put on, so it is a good thing that they put on these little pull tags. That is really helpful to help you put on the shoes for sure. Good looking design up top. They also have on the back, there is a little pillow right here. That's I felt comfortable. I haven't ran too many miles in this. I've only ran less than 3 miles. So I'm not going to train in these for sure. These are only for fast efforts for me. So if I am doing a race or I'm doing a time trial, this is when I will pull these shoes out and run in them. So I don't want to put a lot of miles on these shoes, especially since they are so expensive at $275. All right, so let's take a look at the shoelaces. So the shoelaces are interesting too. Like you can see right there, it's kind of like a shark tooth type of shoelace, really thin also. And yeah, from what I've read and heard, and even when I put them on, they did not untie themselves on the run. They felt secure. And even after the run, they were well tied on together. And they are a good length. They're not too short, not too long. Good job. All right, and then we'll take a look at the midsole of the shoe. The midsole is this midsole. This midsole has a stack height of 40 millimeters at the back and then 36 millimeters up in the front. So that makes it for a 4 millimeter heel to toe drop. I definitely like a lower drop shoe, and 4 millimeters is not too bad for me. So yeah, we'll talk more about this Zoom X midsole, and I'm telling you, this thing is cushy. It is pretty high, and you do feel a little bit of wobbliness whenever you're making a turn, but other than that, man, that bounce that you're getting with these shoes is amazing. I'm telling you, with everything that's combined with the shoes, with the Zoom AirPods up front, and then it does have a carbon plate at the bottom. You can actually see part of it over here. This is the carbon plate. It says fly plate over here. So all that combined makes this a really bouncy ride, and you can feel yourself moving forward. I'm telling you, when I first put them on, and not even running on them, just standing still in them, you feel a bounce. Like it's just something that you have to feel. I thought the other shoes that I had, these are the Newton Distance 9s, were pretty bouncy with these lugs over here. These shoes bring it to a whole nother level, super bouncy, and you can feel the energy return even standing still. So we'll talk more about the ride in a little bit. Let's take a closer look at the Zoom AirPods. So these are the Zoom AirPods right here. It has one on this side and then one on this side. This is not new technology. This is older technology, but this all leads to more energy return. So energy return with the Zoom pods, energy return with the Nike React foam, and energy return with that carbon fiber plate. It's just meant to go fast, and this is where all the money is spent for that $275 that you're buying these shoes for. So at the tip of it, it does have that nice little tip. I'm not sure what this is for, but this is all leading to a rocky feeling. Whenever you have it on, you can definitely feel like a little bit of a rock, right? So we'll take a look at the outsole over here. If we take a look at the outsole, this is more of the Nike React foam over here. You see all that Nike React foam, 40 millimeters of it. and then you have a rubber part up front. So this is all rubber over here. I'm not sure if this is rubber or it's just more foam, but it may be rubber, but definitely you have that up front too. This will actually help you get more traction, so that's a good thing. And yeah, that's basically the shoe right there. All right, so now we're gonna talk about the weight of these shoes. For me, this is a US size 12, and this weighs 9 ounces. I have some other shoes. These are the Distance 9s. These will weigh 9.3 to 9.4 ounces. So it is a pretty light shoe. I know this is heavier than the Vaporfly, but that is why they made the upper so light and so minimal. So that's what they try to do. And for me, I'm a bigger dude, like I've said a million times in this video, so the weight doesn't really affect me. But what does affect me is that bounce. So that's what I really notice a lot more than the weight of these shoes. So let's take a look at some stuff that I did notice. If you can see right there, there is some glue that is kind of, you know, pulling away from the shoe. So hopefully that is not a bad sign about the longevity of the shoe. You would expect for $275 you wouldn't see, you know, glue pulling away from the shoe, or you wouldn't even see that extra glue over there. You would think that for $275 that glue would not be seen. But yeah, that is basically the shoe. Let's talk about the ride. So for my first run on them, like I said, when I was walking, I felt the bounce on them already. It's just an amazing feeling. It feels like you're on a trampoline, kind of moving up and down. And then when you run on them, especially if you're landing forefoot, that's where you feel the Zoom AirPods help you, you know, move forward. It's gonna all lead to a more bouncy energy return feeling. And then, you know, right here, you can see that it's actually curved. So everything is leading you to go forward. And then when you land on the midsole over here, you definitely feel the combination of the Nike React foam, the carbon plate, and these Air Zoom pods just push you forward, and they felt like super fast shoes. I was really impressed with it. All I could say is I felt like Tigger. You know Tigger from Winnie the Pooh? That's how I felt running in these shoes. Like a faster pace for me, which was like a 7:58, 7:45. It felt pretty effortless with these shoes on. I definitely felt a lot of energy return with these shoes specifically. I've never felt anything like this in any of the shoes that I've worn. So yeah, these shoes are really crazy. And for me, I am a bigger dude, so some people who were lighter reported that they could not feel the energy return because their weight didn't compress the foam or the AirPods up front. But for me, 235, 240 pounds, I definitely compressed all of that and I felt the bounce. So definitely you will feel a bounce with these shoes. So yeah, that's gonna be my first look of these shoes. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Would you buy this pair of shoes for $275? I think that it probably will help your time. I have no doubt in my mind that it'll help mine. Like, I'm telling you, if you felt these shoes in your feet and you're running with it, it's just a whole new experience. So yeah, these shoes are the Nike Alphafly Next %. It's a shoe that lives up to the hype. All right, guys, if you guys don't know me, I am Jeremy, the Goku Runner. I do reviews, shoe reviews, tech reviews. I do running videos, running races. I talk about all things running and fitness on this channel, so go ahead and subscribe to me if you guys want to, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.